When Father Gabriel entered room 13 of St. Helena's hospital, the temperature dropped so suddenly that his breath turned white in the air. The rest of the building felt ordinary, but this room carried a weight, one that pressed against his chest with each step he took inside. On the bed lay Anna Carter, a young woman transferred from a remote town after an unexplained spiritual breakdown. Her body was restrained to prevent violent episodes, and her lifeless posture made Gabriel wonder if anything human was still left inside her. The medical staff avoided the room entirely. Some claimed that the lights dimmed whenever they walked past the door. Others reported feeling watched from the small window, even when the patient was asleep. Gabriel didn't need to hear the stories. He could sense the presence instantly. Something ancient, something hungry, had rooted itself deep within the girl. As he stepped closer, a wave of dread swept over him. The air around Anna seemed to pulse, as if something beneath her skin was moving. Her chest rose and fell unnaturally, like breath taken by an unseen force. Gabriel recognized the signs. This was not a simple haunting or psychological collapse. This was an intrusion, a possession. It was never the body that unsettled him. It was the eyes. Even closed, Anna's eyes radiated an unnatural tension, as though something inside was waiting for the right moment to surface. When Gabriel placed his hand on her forehead, her skin felt freezing. But beneath that coldness throbbed an impossible heat, like a fire burning deep within her bones. For a brief moment, the room grew still. Gabriel almost believed the entity was dormant. But then the pressure returned, stronger, darker. The crucifix on his chest vibrated faintly, reacting to the force contaminating the air. The walls seemed to breathe. Shadows gathered unnaturally in the corners, taking shapes that dissolved whenever he tried to focus on them. He opened his ritual book, not to speak, but to steady his resolve. Without a single word uttered, the room responded violently. The lights above flickered until they burst, showering sparks onto the floor. Anna's body arched upward, bones cracking under the strain of an invisible grip. The bed shook violently, metal scraping against the tiles as if something was trying to tear her free. Gabriel watched the transformation unfold, horrified but unyielding. Her face contorted into expressions no human muscles could produce. Her mouth stretched too wide, her limbs jerked in impossible directions. Her eyes finally opened, and they were completely black, reflecting nothing but the void that had taken root inside her. A suffocating heaviness filled the room, the same weight Gabriel had felt once before, the night his mentor had died during a failed exorcism. This presence was familiar. It had survived that night. It had waited patiently, and now it had found a new host. Anna's body suddenly went limp, collapsing onto the bed as if life had drained from her entirely. Gabriel stepped closer, cautiously, examining her shallow breathing. For a moment, her face seemed peaceful, almost serene. It was the most human she had looked since he arrived. But then the temperature plummeted once again. Anna's eyes shot open, still black, still empty. Her body twisted sharply, rising from the bed without the use of her muscles. Every light in the hallway outside shut off in perfect sequence, one after another, as though the entire hospital was reacting to the presence in room 13. The entity revealed itself not through words, but through overwhelming force. The windows fractured. The crucifix on Gabriel's chest split down the middle. His ritual book was torn from his hands and flung into the wall with unnatural strength. Every surface trembled. Then, without warning, everything stopped. The room fell silent. The lights stabilized. Anna lay motionless. Her eyes returned to normal, soft brown, filled with exhaustion. Her breathing settled, slow and steady. The shadows in the corners dissolved, leaving only dim candlelight flickering across the walls. Gabriel stepped back, believing the worst had passed. But as he reached for the door, a faint sound came from behind him, a quiet click of bone shifting, the subtle scrape of fingernails against the bed frame. He turned slowly. Anna was sitting upright, her face expressionless, her eyes black once more. And in that moment, Gabriel understood something dreadful. The entity had not been driven out. It had only been waiting for him. The door slammed shut behind him, sealing him inside room 13 as the lights went out one final time.